Tape's rolling. Bzz, bzz. So it begins.
Yep.
Okie dokie, let's get this up here. Oh, I gotta turn that off. And shit, is that gonna interrupt me every single freaking time, too?
Yes, it is.
Okie dokie. Quiet on the set, boys and girls. We're getting ready to go live on the radio. Zoom Room Video Communications brought to you by the BMC.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, and this is Lunch. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida, here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack. Where you know what? Things are going to happen. Things are not going to happen.
Not my fault.
It's all
he takes a meeting, screws all his stuff up, and then both of our shit goes.
It's not just one meeting. It's lots of meetings. And yesterday, holy crap, my tech problems yesterday as far as my internet connection. I am shocked that Spectrum was able to do a same-day service call.
Really? That's not unusual over here where I am. So, I mean, yeah. I don't know why you're shocked, but you're in Austin.
I am absolutely shocked. Same-day service call.
A little loud today. I don't know why. Let's see. Is that right? Am I going the right way?
And I forgot to thank you for those bits there. I do need to...
Waldo! How do I know that was Waldo without looking? Because it was Waldo.
Yes, we're starting off with 100 bits from Waldo. So thank you, Waldo.
Absolutely.
I updated that now.
So aside from you doing that, I was doing some stuff, working with my dad and a buddy of his, and of course I was playing with some settings, so I lost my normal mode of hearing, even though I don't know why it's all working there, but I got it all working, and hopefully you all can hear me working. Like
right before the show, I was trying to go back to my Bluetooth headset, and for some reason it wouldn't connect. So I don't know if it was maybe a dead battery, maybe
maybe not.
I don't know. It was causing problems, but yesterday's meeting ended at like 12:15 or something like that.
Yes, we know. You popped in 3 or 4 times, but you kept getting disconnected. You got into game for a little bit. You got this, that, the other thing. Crossfire, Bug's Eye. How you doing, buddy? Torque with the big-ass raid. 40 raiders.
Oh,
very cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
And that'll, that won't cue it because we were already going to cue it, but we'll wait for everybody to get in and settled in.
Yeah.
And we'll change the giveaway a little. I had a little small prize, but with 40 folks here, we got to up the prize. We can't just give them a small Scorpion. We got to give them something else on top of that.
Yeah.
And I got to also remind everybody, of course, I don't think I said it. For the record, it is Thirsty Thursday. We are 1 week away from release 77. It is April 23rd. April 30th should be the drop of release 77. And Chris forewent his...
Wasn't there some debate about whether or not we're even going to have release 77?
There's been no debate that I'm aware of. While people are actually asking for this, that, the other thing. That's just a whole totally different story in itself. So, we were supposed to go to a TikTok. We were supposed to go to QA release, test for a little while, then put it on live, but that seems to be shabby at best. Like you too, Torque. Thank you very much for the raids. Do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And of course, welcome to everybody who's joining us. So what I'm going to do is, since we got so many people, I'm going to make it 100 Kodos and the small Corpian. How about that?
Yay!
Give you something to go after there.
I got my bot connected and that ready. Yeah, so that's all ready.
Very cool. So we've got 100 Kodos on the line and the small Corpian combat pet. Exclamation!
Thank you for those bits.
I love free shit to get in. That's right, Eagle with 200 bits, making me a big pear head. I wish the lips would move. Yeah, that would be cool.
So today before the show, you didn't prep any articles that I need to read live on stream.
Yeah, well, I have the articles. Just first off, I wanted everybody. I didn't want to lose what was there in Discord by scrolling it up, and I have everything queued. I'll drop them in. It's already done there. Okay. We got to show everybody the mask. This, I believe, was actually also posted in the Shroud of the Avatar Facebook, where I stole it from. But gotta love this face mask here, and let me get this up on screen for everybody, because this is taking it to the next level and just making some light humor of things.
Well, that is it. The Skyrim mask.
The 86. Thank you.
I almost bought one the other day when I saw that on Facebook, but it was like $25, I think.
I think it would be worth it just for giggles and grins, but yes. It's the protective mask, light armor. What is the actual light armor? It says up in the corner there. Armor is 20, weight 0, value 16, with 50% resistance to disease. I just gotta love that. That's just what it was. Funny.
The value is how much it actually costs.
$16.
Yeah.
Okay. But stolen from Facebook. That was just too funny not to pass up. But I've been holding these couple topics, and again, I don't know if we really want to delve into them. Was the fishing and PvP tourney? But I've got some other stuff, including lag issues that are being complained about. And after reading several of the threads out there, and somebody mentioning that ever since they uninstalled Lua. And the Lua add-ons, their lag went away. So you know what I did the other day? I uninstalled all my Lua. And guess what happened? All my lag went away.
Wait. So you removed your Lua add-ons?
I got rid of Amalgamate. I got rid of what is it? OX, What the hell was the name of the other add-on?
OCX tools.
OCX tools. Yes, sorry. OCX tools.
So I just did a Lua unload. So let's see if that actually resolves my hitting today.
As I did not unload it. I removed it. Took the Luas out of the Lua folder, put them back into their original folders so that they don't even get loaded in, even if it's a load-unload variant. But taking the Lua out, I ran a couple runs yesterday with nothing. No slowdowns. I mean, occasionally a little stutter, because we still see that from time to time, but none of the big lag that we used to see, none of the other stuff that we used to see out there making those runs. And I'm going to try it again today just to verify, so we'll find out. Yeah. But meanwhile, I've got to spam the universe out there. Let's spam. Wonderful spam. Let everybody know. I know we've got a big crowd in here, but let's get a bigger crowd. Exclamation, I love free shit. 100 Kodos. Small Corpian combat pet up for grabs. Don't forget to get in. We are about 200 kodos away, 200 bits away from playing some marbles. So if anybody wants to play marbles, you make that ticker get to 500. Every time we get to 500, we play marbles. And reminder, we are coming close to the end of the month, and that means we are at the end of the month. Next month, we get the monthly subscriber, donator, supporter, whatever you want to call it, giveaway race. And this month's race up for grabs is going to be 1,500 kodos. That's right, 1,500, because it's rolled over 2 months in a row now. And if you want to get
people that don't
hey,
claim their prize,
if they don't claim their prize, that's up for you guys, up for grabs for you folks. All you got to do is be a supporter on Patreon, $5 or more, 500 bits, or a sub on stream. So that's what it takes.
I did post a link to that face mask where you can buy it as a 10-pack, a 3-pack, or a 5-pack inside of Discord. I'll go ahead and pass that around.
I was going to say, pass that out there. Yeah, absolutely. Pass that out to the public there and let them in on it.
Whoa. But why am I not in a channel? Connect. Here.
That's why.
Rejoin open channels.
But I'm going to start
I'm actually in
pasting stuff in here for you to look at, because you never read this stuff anyway, so you really don't need much prep.
My prep is reading it live on air. So you get my actual reaction to things that I'm reading for the very first time. Yeah, so
you go with another 100 bits. But these, I know you want to delve into these just a little bit because of what they are. And we need to announce them because they are starting tomorrow, so we will touch on these.
They're not on the community calendar.
I know they're not on the community calendar.
Because no one added them.
Because I don't think they realize that they actually have a community calendar that's a Google public calendar, and whoever has set up all their other stuff just probably never... and this is the real topic of today. So I want to touch on all these if we can, but the last one I'm posting, we've talked about this before, and we've been back and forth about this. We have differing views. The world has differing views, but I've got something to say on this today that just we'll get to it hopefully. So. Yeah. Exclamation, I love free shit. 100 kodos away from a marbles race. We want to tell them about this stuff.
My game is still temporarily getting locked up with the Lua unload. So maybe I'll have to do the removal of the Lua stuff.
You got to run it when you're not streaming. Well, I wasn't streaming. I wasn't running Zoom. I wasn't running all the other stuff either. So remember, we're running all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, remember, it took me 5 minutes to log in today. So
Big Dog Gaming says he wants to play some marbles by giving us that extra 100 bits we need. So BDG. Give me a track number between 1 and 54. That's right.
We're going to marbles. Okay. Just need a track number. I've got it all set up. I've got all those things. Oh, that was kind of done.
You can also shout out random if you don't want to just pick a track number. You don't know what the best track to pick is. Like Eagle. Eagle loves track number 21. We know that.
Lots of people love track 42, but it's not one of my favorites. Whatever you do, don't
42.
Okay,
the
track 42.
Mingle.
Yeah. Don't forget, you need to join in on both streams. Twitch.tv/NBNN
play. That's right.
Twitch.tv/Cynicist. Exclamation mark play to join in. We're going to click start in 3, 2, 1, start.
69 seconds. And while that's up, let's click on that scrolls topic real quick, because this is something we can get through in 60 seconds, I believe, because everybody's had this happen to them.
Yeah. Scrolls importing. Can you please change the use of scrolls so they don't get consumed from inventory until the teleport is completed? Several times I've tried making critical teleports with my last scroll, which then crash on scene loads, so I'm forced to reload. Since the scroll is consumed, I'm forced to walk. Well, the scroll should be consumed when you start using it, to me.
Well, because we know of this inherent problem, yes. How many, I know you and I probably never have this problem because you and I probably walk around with more scrolls than anybody should legitimately be carrying at any given time to begin with. But that's just us. Very rarely do I get caught with less than 10 scrolls ever. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say that it is unfortunate that that happens, but that's an issue where it's like when you start casting a spell, you use the reagents immediately.
If it was reagents, it would be one thing, but
yeah. Look, you have to think that the scroll is the same thing. It's the consumable. So that
as soon as you open and read the scroll to transport, it should go poof in your hands, and you should start teleporting. Yes, that's why you should come to Lazarus Long's Weddings and More and buy yourself some scroll insurance. But that ain't gonna help you from save you the walking trip, because I ain't coming to help you. For that you gotta get Lazarus Long's cargo service, because I can hold like 1,500 pounds and I can come carry it out of there for you. So yeah. So scrolls should be removed at the beginning of that cast. So Econdis, the thing about reagents is if you fizzle, you have to remember Shroud math is involved, where there's a percentage to use or not use reagents, and that's all Shroud math. Whereas scrolls, since it's a straight up consumable, as soon as you start reading it, those magic words start disappearing, and scroll is no longer usable. Yeah, my point would be never travel with less than a half dozen scrolls. That would be, Now again, Eagle and Sean battling it out there. We got Eagle and Cynicus battling for the lead. Actually, it's Eagle and Randy now.
Oh, I guess I should actually click buttons. Let's see. Econdis is in the lead on my side, even though it says that he's not, due to the map design. This is one of those maps where it's like different levels, different things.
Who was just ejected? Econdis was ejected
on my side.
And Randy, 93-55-2, comes in for the win. Randy, congratulations to you.
You've already got a winner?
Yeah, he just jumped over a whole bunch of stuff out of that boom. Wow. And he bounced over half the other obstacles and just went right into the basket, man. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yes. Randy, give us your in-game name so that we can go. Eagle, ejected. Cynicus was ejected.
A bunch of people just ejected.
Yeah, right at the end there.
Laz won on my side, so no scrolls are going out, but you do need to send me all your scrolls. I'm watching all these people get ejected, which is fun, and I'm bringing up the rear along with Trick Steve, so...
Mom, I gotta laugh. Absolutely.
Bye-bye, Trick Steve.
Bye-bye, Draken. Bye-bye, Botox. Bye-bye, Sean.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got Mom bringing up the rear, and let's see if Mom makes it. And Mom got ejected, so only 7 out of 15 people actually finished that. Bridge Troll. Bridge Troll. Cool. Congratulations, BT. I'll be sending you out those scrolls right here. Yep.
But yeah, going back to the scrolls and porting, there will be differences of opinion as far as when the consumable should be done. Since it's magic written on the scroll, I'm going to go with as soon as that magic words start being read. So
yeah, it's as soon as you finish the incantation, yes, poof. It goes. Yeah. Now, see, that would be cool. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having that squat thing, if you're using a scroll, your guy should whip out the scroll, unfurl it, words of power should come, and then it should flash and fizzle before you disappear. Not that blue,
Squat taking a dump.
Squat, taking a dump emote that we use there. Absolutely. I think we should get a little bit more intricate with it. Anybody else seem to notice that they're...
We would have to bring Gix back on board for...
Absolutely. Anybody notice the graphics seem maybe just a little bit sharper? In their screens and the windows? I don't know. It just seems to be a little bit sharper today. I don't know. It might have been that last little patch. Speaking of last little patches, did we get patch notes yesterday?
Well... I don't know what patch number we are currently
I did those yesterday, yes. We did those yesterday. It was one little patch. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are on 1182, and 1182 was the last one.
Yeah.
I will say that one of our friends did post out I forgot his in-game name. He runs the Shroud of the Avatar Facebook page.
That would be Style Teckle, no?
Style. Yeah, it is Style. But he did actually make a post complaining about all the small patches. And Chris is like, oh, I'm just fixing a bunch of like small quests that are repeatable but not daily, or repeatable that should be daily.
Or that you can do 300 times in a row that should be daily. Yeah, absolutely.
Or not even daily. So he's fixing those and keeps on repatching the game.
Yes. Which, again, middle of the month patches, you gotta consider those people with slow bandwidth, Chris. And the fact that,
or if they're on a metered connection, you have to consider that as well.
The fact that sometimes the patcher still doesn't work and starts from zero, and they have to re-download the whole game. Until you get that issue fixed, you really should keep those, a little, But hey, who are we? We don't know nothing. But Lua is seems to fix my big lag issues. I'm going to get out again tonight, run without it again. I did get the other DPS meter, which was a standalone executable. What is it? Soda Tools, I think it was. Let me get to my downloads here real quick. I can tell you what the name of it was. The Soda DPS meter is an actual Soda DPS meter that you can all Google. It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up. That's right. Eagle, absolutely. Absolutely. But, that's an EXE. It's an executable standalone. And while that was nice, I just didn't, you can move it to another screen. You can leave it opaque on your screen, but it tracks this one tracks like 30 different NPCs, including the NPCs you're fighting against, not just your avatar NPCs. Or your avatar, I should say. It tracks a whole bunch of stuff, but I didn't find it easy to use, so I closed that out as well. But don't forget, there are all those tools out there for you folks to play with. But let's jump over to these two tournaments real quick coming up tomorrow, and then we'll get to the risk versus reward post here in a few minutes. But let's start with the weekly fishing.
Weekly fishing post, because fishing tournaments Friday noon to Friday noon. So greetings, anglers. Soon we will be starting up a fishing contest that will run 1 week per interval. Friday noon to noon, Friday Central Time.
Noon.
Without the dates. We'll announce the winners every Friday during the live stream. This will coincide with the PvP event each week and will always take place in the location of the PvP fishing wild card. You do need to register your towns if you want to participate. Fishing prizes and objective. All prizes will be no trade. Players may donate additional prizes. Fucking no trade.
No trade. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Can I pay to trade them? I bet I can, right? Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah. Largest fish must be
caught. You know what? Giveaways like that, maybe I can understand. Purchased items? No fucking way. Sorry. Yeah. Let's just clarify that. Giveaways, gimmies, yeah, I can relate. You know, it's a freebie. Yeah. But even then, you know, listen, if I win something and I don't want it, why should I be stuck with it in my inventory? Yes. Why can't I put it in a chest in my bank? Oh, that's right, because you can't do that. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Watch this. I have no more Lua folder. Woohoo!
Well, I didn't delete the Lua folder. I mean, I just...
I just renamed it.
Oh, okay. Lua old?
Lua, and then it created a new one.
Oh,
that's completely empty. So that way I can see whether or not removing that folder and then playing songs continues to hang up my system. Let's see. let's but largest fish based off the town, the 4 towns that are there are Dragomir, Mori, Caer Drakwich, the New Britannian Market are actually the only 3 towns.
I was gonna say, that's Shroud Math at its best.
Yeah. And why the recommendation for town owners convert water to salt water to be competitive, request loner conversations statue, if applicable, from Elgarian. Largest fish in a PvP scene must be caught in the Palladus Shardfall. That will include the prizes of 2 chained obsidian shard 3-packs and a large silver fishing trophy. The largest lava fish caught must be caught in the Sunless Barrens.
Which is not sunless.
Yeah, that prize is going to be a fishing rod of prosperity and the large bronze fishing trophy.
Now, I'm just curious. Don't you need a fishing rod of prosperity to fish in the Sunless Barrens?
Well, the other thing is...
I know there's a lava fishing rod. Never mind. There is a lava fishing rod. I forgot about that.
This is what's really stupid. Consolation prizes. Everyone who submitted an entry that did not win
I knew you'd love this one. I knew you'd love this one.
Why?
Okay, well, now just take and figure the possibility of the numbers. It's not just a daily contest. So you see how many people go out for a daily fishing contest. And then we have how many different categories. So if you and I go out fishing, we can go out and fish 3 different locations, 4 different locations, and submit up to 4 different fish? Or is it 3 different? A POT, the regular town, and the POT town, PvP, and lava, right? So there's 3 different fish that you and I, so between you and I, that would be 6 fish over the week-long period. I can see Elgarian just sitting there with thousands of emails and fish to go through, and then, of course, he's got to manually mail these out to everybody. Yeah, I think he's going to rethink that.
Not only that, if it runs from Friday to Friday, which is a week-long competition, you go out fishing one day, you catch a big fish. You mail, and according to the guidelines, there's 1 fish entry per player per prize category.
Right.
Okay. Once you've sent that that entry in for that category, no other entries will be accepted for that category from the same player.
Now, do you think people actually read those rules? Do you think people are actually going to follow those rules?
Not only that, you have to send the fish to Elgarian GM using the in-game mail system. Yeah. Now, okay, which means what you should do is you should go fishing all week, look for your biggest fish in those categories, make sure that it matches, and then email it at 11:59.
I also hope that Elgarian has more than 100 mail slots, because this is going to fill up his mailbox like nobody's business. Yeah.
The game's still hitching.
Yeah, well, uninstalling this without rebooting and restarting ain't going to help you none, but that's...
I know. But, it's like, It's like, dude, you have access to the SQL database. Run a report and extract that, and then you don't have to do anything.
Yep.
And everybody that participates are the people that went to those specific scenes and fished. And then you can pull out the largest fish and figure out what it is. Now, the other thing is, like, if I caught a shark and it's shorter than a bluefin tuna, shouldn't the shark win?
Just for the rarity, I would think, you know, but that's just me.
It's like largest fish, largest fish, largest fish. I mean, and
shark's not a fish.
I'm aware that I believe longer than majority of the fishes anyway. But if I catch a shark, do I get the shark sent back to me? Because I don't want to mount that fucker.
Well, again, as if he's mailing everybody a trophy, I'm assuming those fish are all going back, and that's just a nightmare, buddy. I mean, I really hope that, you know, I guess you gotta also drop in there that he has gone and put a little rider on there that says we may adjust this week by week until we get it right. So just so you know. And speaking of New Britannia Market, you ever fix that damn vendor out there for me? Probably not.
Probably not. Did you fix all the vendors for me?
You haven't told me there's any vendors that you use that aren't working. I have told you repeatedly that this one vendor is not working.
Last time I went to Soultown, it wasn't working. Last time I went to somewhere else,
you were using the wrong vendor.
No. I was using the one on the right, the one that I'm supposed to use.
Moving right along. That's the fishing contest starting tomorrow, along with the next contest, and we got time. We can't be. I planned on using this all week long, but this week hasn't worked out that way for us, just like it hasn't worked out.
Technical difficulties.
That's
now,
right.
The other thing is, Catnip Games announces a weekly PvP, PvE tourney, draft coming soon.
They were both drafts. If you notice, the other one was also a draft.
Yeah. Greetings, Avatar. A new PvP developer run event is drawing near. Please bear with Elgarian as he tries to figure out how to get these things done. This is going to take place in Paladus Shardfall. First event is going to be 30 minutes, as well as the second one is also going to be
while you're out
30 minutes. 30 minutes. And once he gets a feel for how long it takes for him to pull and organize the data, he might move those to 1 hour later on. So register, you have to submit your character name, your planned objective.
Did you read the rest of the details? You missed some important stuff there.
What? Where? Paladus Shardfall, first event, pending schedule, possible cancellation, 30-minute event.
I don't see 30-minute event. That must have been updated there. Let me refresh that. 30-minute event. Yeah, possible cancellation. Okay.
Pending schedule, possible cancellation, 30-minute event.
Possible cancellation. Because we don't have enough PvPers to fill a 30-minute event, maybe?
Well, that and it's one where he would have to actually organize everything. And the other thing is you have to register. To enter, please reply to this thread with the following information: your character name, your planned objective, and then
to kill all the other players and win. Hello, it's a PvP contest. What do you think the objective is? Hello.
Well, the objectives are below. First or second event, you can participate in both, but are only eligible for prizes for one. Which takes us to the objectives. These are the objectives possible for players. Each registered competitor can only select one objective. Bonus objectives listed further below are available to everyone. Points per objective might be adjusted as they approach the date of the event. You can change objectives up to once a day before the event. Keep in mind, the more people taking a single objective make it less valuable. All registrations will be made public on the tracking spreadsheet.
Of course they're going to be public because they have to reply to the thread below, so we all know. Hello?
Yeah. You've got a Dungeoneer where you can loot granite blocks from either obsidian golems or granite nodes. The Plant Slayer, loot chaos plant pollen from either the red thorn flowers or the flesh flayers. The Tree Chopper, loot maple wood from chopped down maple trees. Master Gatherer, loot raw cotton from cotton plants. The Ebon Slayer, loot lesser staves from Ebon cultist wizards. Master of Mayhem, unregistered players simply on a kill fest, no prizes available.
Now, first off, points given. So for completing the Dungeoneer, you get 1 point. Is that way I understand it? Are you understanding it to follow that way?
Well, that's
or is it 1 point per granite block? Okay, so we need some specifications here, because otherwise I'm going after the 4 points for the win. I mean, I'm sorry, that's just the way I work. If it's 1 point per granite block, then maybe that's one thing. But if it's 1 point, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, and 4 points, well, why would I want anything less than the 4 points? I don't know.
Remember, you have to register for the objective, so you only get to choose one.
Right, so why would I choose a 1 point objective when there's a 4 point objective out there? That's my point.
And each one of those objectives is a separate thing for a prize.
And why do we have a point system? I'm just not getting it.
I don't know. And the other thing is, like, this is where it's like, this is the same thing as the fishing tourney. He has to actually go through the database and look at what was harvested by character in order to award who's the winner.
Yes.
You can't sit there and say, okay, I need you to provide a screenshot or mail all those resources to me. Otherwise, I'm just going to go to Laz's shop on Shroud Marketplace, buy all of his granite, and then turn around and submit that as my winning submission.
Exclamation, I love free shit. We are past the giveaway time. Last chance to get in on 100 Kodos and a small Corpian combat pet. And then we'll open up another one. I'll give away another pet and some gold. Last chance to get in here, but I just we'll keep you guys up to date as to how this is. And let's just look.
This is a work in progress. It is something that has not been completely decided on, and even after removing the Lua stuff and restarting the game, imagine that still hitching like a mofo.
Yeah, the Maynard. Thank you very much. 100 bits. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Preston, you're getting in under the gun there. Last chance, people. Last chance.
Econdis? Yes, I did. But it's like all the prizes everything's still to be determined. Disqualifications. This is, I'll try to work out ways to ensure we're all in the same instance, but any person not in the primary instance will be disqualified as they'll have an unfair advantage in the less populated instance.
Well, and they can't get killed if you're in it.
No. Do you have control over which instance you're put into?
No.
How many players does a PvP scene support in an instance?
Well, for timing and loot, that would be 16. But you can put 100 players in the instance. There's no limit on the instance.
No, an adventure instance has that hard limit of 16 in it, I believe.
I think you can go over that. The 16 is just for groups, and I believe so. Again. Yeah.
But that's for the adventure scene instance. I believe there is a hard limit on the number of players that it can actually go in it. in a non-adventure scene, like a POT or player-run town, those have a much higher number of players.
I can tell you that when I go out to East Reach Cap, there's usually 24 people out there, okay? So I know that it goes over 16 because there's usually 2 groups of 12s or 3 groups of 12 battling for the scene before they have to change instances. So you can put more. The scenes are just built for groups of 16, yes. You don't go out often.
I've just never seen... Yeah.
All right, I'm going to close out this giveaway
in one scene. What I have seen is someone like start an open, then switch to party, then switch to open, just to restart a scene.
I see it all the time, so we're going to pick ourselves a winner, and look at that. Big Dog Gaming, congratulations. You have won yourself 100 Kodos and a Scorpion pet.
Crossfire Bug-Eye is right. It looks like someone's trying to make a lot of work for themselves.
That was, I mean, when I first saw this in Reddit, I was just like, dude, you're crazy, man. I mean, you don't know what kind of hurting you're getting yourself lined up for, but you'll find out here shortly because, again, you just underestimate this community sometimes, and I'm going to guess he's going to have more fish than he's ever seen in his life to deal with. Big Dog, what's your in-game name? Are you Big Dog Gaming in as well?
You too can watch my games lock up. So we killed both those events that are supposed to be coming up that are both drafts. Yeah.
Oh, 1-0. All right, very cool. 1-0.
Hello,
and we're going to be doing 10,000 gold.
Imagine that. The game is now using 43% of my CPU.
I'll throw another small Scorpion in. So 10,000 gold and a small Scorpion, because I have a couple of those. I know, you're all in it for the golden Kodos. You don't want the Scorpions, but hey, I got to give them away somehow. Exclamation, I love free shit to get in on that action. Let's go to risk versus benefit. Or should we get the calendar out of the way before we do that?
No, let's go to risk versus benefit. Because what's the risk and what's the benefit? So this is Warmanger. Wants to know, I know I'll be getting some hate mail for this, but Chris.
Forget about hate mail. You're getting a show dedicated to it. Yeah. Good.
Well, we only have 3 minutes.
Well, no, that's
we have as much time as we feel like.
We're going to blow by this. That's why I said about the calendar. But go
ahead. Chris has always been a proponent of risk-benefit. My question is, what is the risk to archers with a bard or 2 tamers with a nightmare sitting on a wall or a cliff away from all the mobs and generating ungodly amount of damage? Is this as intended?
Yes.
And then there's a link to a post with 500,000 damage.
Yes, that's I chased that post down, and that's same topic, but that was when bards first came out. So I mean,
Yeah.
But I want you to scroll on down to Kashiva. No, not Kashiva's post, although Kashiva's got some good stuff. GM Davros post.
Okay, GM Davros. At first, I was against the whole stay on top of the wall thing. As an archer healer, though, it makes perfect tactical sense. Not a bug, not an exploit. Terrain is terrain. If you can hide behind it, you do.
Absolutely. Do we have dodge and cover for using terrain? Absolutely. As intended, right?
I get a damage bonus for height as part of the class, so why would I not take advantage of it?
I have always said that. Yeah. I've always said that, and people have argued with me. Now, before you go any further, how many movies have you watched where the sniper goes and gets high ground? The Indians are on cliffs shooting down at the cowboys. I mean, every scenario go get higher ground. Every war movie, go to higher ground so you can shoot down. It is a tactic. Okay, you're.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we built terrain to use this tactic, and then we put in, if you're shooting from above, you get more damage. If you're shooting from below, that is an actual thing in the game. So when I go and stand on a rock this high to shoot wolves, and you nerf it on us because you're not supposed to be doing that, no. Terrain is terrain. You put the skills in to do exactly those things, and I'm taking advantage of that terrain. The idea of combat is, if you don't get hit, you don't die. I've been telling you all that. I'd rather damage avoidance than damage resistance any day of the week, people. Avoidance means I'm not getting hit. Resistance means I'm getting hit. Sorry. I want to avoid all the damage I can. And yes, I'm going to take the high ground and use that at tactical advantage. So continue, please, reading.
Absolutely. I don't even... regarding the... let's see. As far as the reward when a group calls out for a healer, that's what I do. I can do that job very effectively from up high. I dumped XP into my ability to heal from a greater distance, so I've already paid for the ability to do that. Same thing goes for range. Regarding the nightmare, maybe mine's just lazy, but more often than not, it just sits there illuminating my peripheral vision. The damage it does is tied to the amount of XP I dump into taming. It's true that the bard amps up the crit damage if you're in range of the bard, but that's not for everyone. As stated earlier, it makes good tactical sense to use a nightmare over, say, a bear when one has ranged attack and one does not. Fenris.
Yes. Now, let's talk about that nightmare. I saw some folks out there at East Reach Cap, and they're not just standing on the wall, they're standing on the cliff way behind everything. And their nightmares are up there with them. They don't actually go down, but they do still do that fire blast from up there. Now, of course, that damage is directly proportional to your GM, to your taming skills, whether you're GM'd or not. Yeah. And you need to get way over. Just to show you guys my, let's go ahead and do this before I get logged out. My taming skills are pretty much up there. I've got a 145 taming skill. I've got obedience. Everything else is in the 120s plus, except for my specialization and my pet res, because that was, I'm still working on that, and that just went over. And frenzy. I haven't gotten frenzy up there. Oh, okay, a couple of them are still at 100. My bad. But for the most part, the good stuff's at 120. And that puts my pet at about 3,000 hit points. And I'm going to summon my pet. Do I have my pet here? Let me...
Do you have...
Yeah, I just had a change, and then I can go back and switch, and he'll stay with me. But he's got 2,992 hit points. You know what? That's nice power. Storm has got his nightmare, I believe, over 4,000 hit points in the game. But if your nightmare isn't on the ground and he's up there with you, he's only doing one little fire blast. He's not doing all that damage that he can be doing if he was actually down there in combat. So your nightmare doesn't run into combat, although I think he should, because he does it all the other times. But yeah, it's Obi-Wan has the high ground. That's right.
I don't have any taming, so I need to learn some at some point.
Yes, if you want your pets to have points, you have to put it in there. And let me get 1-0 his prize here. Real quick before I forget about that. I don't know if I got the Kodos on me. I'll find out in a second, I guess.
It could be like mine and be locked. Oh wait, how many Kodos do I even have anymore? Yep. That's what I get for selling all of my Kodos.
And I need to get over here and see the pet container, and I can't see the pet container. There it is. I can get to it. I gotta slide right down there.
Yep.
Alright, you got those going. Those are gone. But yes, I've got to, as much as the original poster thinks that it may be an exploit, maybe something that shouldn't be happening. I'm sorry, they built that terrain for a reason. That terrain is to be a hindrance to you, but if I can turn that hindrance into something that's beneficial to me, well, that's me being smart, the way I look at it. And again, we built in archery gains damage from shooting from a height. So if I hop up on the wall behind me, I gain damage from shooting up there. Just because something can't hit me from up there, that's not my problem. Well, that's the whole idea of gaining the high ground.
It can hit you from up there.
Well, not necessarily. If you're talking about a melee character.
Okay, a melee will not be able to, but the
that's what I'm saying.
Mages can.
A wolf can't. Absolutely. Anything that's magic dealing should be able to hit you as well. And if they can't, then that needs to be changed in the programming, not nerf the avatar. You got to up the game of the NPC. I'm sorry, not the other way around. But yes, magic can hit you. Archers can hit you. I'll give you a good example where they actually use this in the game. If you go out to Deep Ravenswood out near the Leech area, you got archers that spawn on the top of that column up top there and use that advantage to shoot down on your ass.
What about the is it the rise with the different levels where the archers are above you and they shoot down at you as well?
That's another one. I can say what's the other mine? Elysium Mine. That's where you're running in the caverns and you have the upper deck and the archers shoot down on you. So this is a game mechanic that the game actually uses against you, but then you want to critique it to say, oh, well, it's okay for the game to do it and screw you, but it's not okay for you to do and screw the game, right? No, I'm sorry. That's a tactical advantage. The skill is put in there, shooting from above to give you more damage. It's a tactic. It's something that's inbred in your training. You've watched it in movies, in every scenario you can ever think of. You know, when the SWAT team comes in to take the guy out from the bank holding a hostage, he doesn't stand on ground level. He goes upstairs and he gets a shot from the roof. Okay, the sniper shoots from the roof. He gets a better shot. The Indians, they shoot from up. I mean, every scenario I can think of that I've ever seen, you go get the high ground for tactical advantage. That's what you do. Sorry. So, risk versus benefit, that's right. No risk, major benefit from taking a tactical advantage. It's called using your brain. Instead of standing there, instead of sitting there taking the damage, you get out of the range of damage and you cause damage. I'm sorry. Yep. That's my 2 cents on that. And if you guys got comments, questions, or otherwise, shoot them to us in chat. Come join us in Discord. But meanwhile, we got to tell you what's going on in and around the game. Not a whole lot on this Thirsty Thursday, but Jack's going to tell you all about it on the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar, which is hosted on NBNN.info and brought to us by the good folks over at Rebotest.
That's right. That community calendar's got all kinds of great stuff. And if you have a Google public calendar and you want it hooked up so we can read off your events, email news@nbnn.info or convince Elgarian to actually start using the community calendar to actually put things on it so we can talk about it. Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. Remember, all times are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia time. That's GMT -6 currently. Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. You tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia to listen to two idiots interpreting the news so you don't have to. On a little show called Lunch with Us. 7 p.m. this evening is the 70s at 7 on WRFB. At 10 o'clock on Virtue Radio is Chaotic Country with Jerkith Rivenson. At 10 o'clock on WRFB is the Wacko Room with Waz's Wad, where he covers some walk and roll history from 1974 or 46 to 74. And the final event this evening is in-game and out-of-game. That is going to be the Sarah and Andar show on WRFB. And don't forget, go find them and kill them in Cali.
Yes, I hear Sarah's been having some complications. I haven't seen Sarah to find out what that is yet, but I will find out and hopefully get them fixed. And Mom, like you kind of said, as long as mobs can shoot back. But when you're talking about wolves and bears, I'm sorry, can the wolf scale the cliff? If not, oh well, wolf's dead.
But like if an archer hits, they can be hit. They're not just standing there using game mechanics.
Yes, yeah. Now again, there's many of these scenes that we're talking about where that tactic's used. Those mages, those archers can shoot up there, but more times than not, because of the mobs, the party size, they don't ever get a chance to attack back because they're usually dead by all the people on the ground plunking arrows into them. But anyway, moving right along is, don't forget you're tuned in to Lunch with Laz and Jack here. We're here every Monday through Friday, except when we're not here, and well, that happens from time to time. Thanks to your support, we've been here for over 5 years bringing you the news here at lunchtime, and you can click on the links on Jack's stream, twitch.tv/Inesis. Click on the links on my stream, twitch.tv/NBNN News, just right below you there. Become a patron at patreon.com/NBNN. Get some cool physical and or digital prizes, or I should say digital and or physical prizes, because everybody gets a digital prize, even at the lowest end. And you can go to the website, but we love bits the most. Bits. Give us bits. What's so funny?
Someone's asking me whether or not I've got Microsoft Teams. It's like, yeah, I've got to log in somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. But yes, don't forget, thanks to your support, we're here. Monthly supporter contest coming up here in another week or so, so don't forget to get your support in. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to check out Black Rock Cove. Located in the Quell region next to the town of Exeter, Black Rock Cove is the place to go for all your crafting needs, all at guild prices. If you're tired of shopping prices, go shop Black Rock Cove for your crafting needs. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest news and entertainment 24/7 around the clock, including us at 12s and 6s Monday through Friday. Sarah and Andar tonight, Parson Bar and Vassler tomorrow night, Fionn Wildmain Saturday night, and much more throughout the week. So tune in when you're out there hanging out and doing your daily grind. ShroudMusic.com for ABC files. If you need some ABC files for your collection or you want to share, ShroudMusic.com's the place to go. Check it out today. Reba Test, because I love free shit. I want you to have some free shit, and Reba Test is the place to go. Click on the links on the website, click on the links below, and go check it out today. It's got all sorts of useful stuff that just about everybody needs. Capheus's Wares, one of the many shops out at Shroud Marketplace. Shroud Marketplace has over 180 different shops available. Capheus's Wares is where you can go for all your wood needs. If you need wood and some other goods, Capheus has got them, and he'll sell them to you cheap. So go check out Capheus's Wares at ShroudMarketplace.com. And of course, the marketplace itself is the premier place to go to buy or sell any of your goods from Shroud of the Avatar. If you're looking for something or you want to sell something because you don't need it anymore, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go. Jack's going to tell you all about it.
That's right. You need to go to shroudmarketplace.com and then click on that button that says register an account and then buy stuff from over 180 different players registered as vendors. Each of those vendors responsible for setting their own prices and maintaining their own inventory. Econdis. I said teams, not teens. Anything and everything Shroud related can be bought or sold as long as it is not a bannable offense. If you notice, another new vendor out there who is already put up for sale a Royal Founder Knight and a bunch of add-ons.
We know who that is. Yeah, that's the gentleman from the forums who I sent over here. He was looking for that. You missed that yesterday, but
yeah, I completely missed that. But anything and everything Shroud related, from accounts to game gold to Crowns of the Obsidian, all the way to services. Remember, as long as it's not a bannable offense, it can be bought or sold. And if you want to sell that stuff, you need to click on register an account, register for an account, then click on vendor registration. It's so easy to do it. Laz can do it. I mean,
even I can do it.
Look at those services And you can see Weddings and More by Laz in there because he does a wedding service. Ooh.
That's right. You want to get hitched, come see me because I've got everything you need at Lazarus Long's Weddings and More. Because it's not just weddings, it's a whole lot more. You want to marry your significant other, you want to marry your favorite pet, you want to marry your training dummy, hey, we can make it happen in Shroud Avatar because we don't care who you marry. You know, it's your life. We'll let you leave it out however you want as an avatar, because that's how we roll. If you're looking for bulk goods, telethon rares, you want to buy a duck, or you need to have some more cowbell, go check out shroudmarketplace.com for all the latest goods, services, and everything else that you can imagine. Get your hands on it now. But yes, it's about that time for us to wrap it up for today. We'll be back tomorrow with Fruck Awesome Friday. But before we go, we've got to go ahead and roll some credits, say thank you. As we got to go ahead and close the last giveaway. We got to find ourselves somebody to raid, maybe. And maybe today I'll refresh my page and pick somebody who's actually there, unlike yesterday.
You rated someone not available?
He was available the last time I had looked at it, but looks like we only got Voiceless Raccoon today.
Yeah, and remember, it's so much easier to do the raid inside of Slobs. In the
you
chat.
Say that. You say that, but I have no idea where it is in Slobs, and I've got 15 other things going on in here.
You don't have the chat on the right-hand side?
I don't use that. No, I use Chatty over in the other window, and I use something over in this window. I don't use anything except to monitor what's on screen and change scenes over there. That's all I do there. Anyway, I've got an easier way.
Thank you for watching it. Thanks for
my timer. I control the timer. As long as the radio's on when it's supposed to be on, and doing what it's supposed to be doing, which it looks like we've got dead air going out to the radio for some reason, so we haven't even been on the radio.
I've got a meeting to go to.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. But gotta say thank you out there to, of course, Eagle, the Maynard, Waldo, Big Dog Gaming 10. Thank you. And Avni86 for the follows. We're going to close out today's final giveaway. We're going to pick ourselves a winner. And that winner is Big Dog Gaming for the double win today. Congratulations.
Yeah. Congrats.
Congrats. 1-0 for the double win. And we're going to go ahead and set up this raid and go ahead and get out of here. Voiceless Raccoon. Yes, we'll be back with more tomorrow, right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.